Just get my stuff ready. Okay. We've got that. What else do we need here? Okay. We're good here. Let me just get this ready. And we're just about ready to go. Okay. All right. So, going to try a new code kata, which is a work in progress from my friend R. Dallas. I didn't ask him if I could stream it, so I hope he's cool with it. I guess I'm going on the better to ask forgiveness than permission principle, but it is a public repository, so you can check it out. R. Dallas kata catalog. There's a bunch of really cool katas on there that I encourage you to try. And this is a new one he's working on. All right, so Leaderboard Cutter, the background. You're writing software that needs to display players on a leaderboard. Each row of the leaderboard needs to include the player's overall rank, their name, and their score. For this exercise, higher scores are better. So the player with the highest score should be in the first position on the leaderboard, which should have a rank of 1. This is not a zero-based leaderboard. Okay. Instructions. Create a service with a method that accepts a list of players with their respective scores and produces the data needed for a leaderboard, including all 3 of the above elements. For this step, assume no 2 players have the same score. All scores are unique. Right, okay, so we're starting with that. Test that the basic behavior is correct when there are no duplicate scores. When a duplicate score exists, which is not uncommon, a tie occurs. When players are tied for a rank, each player will be given the same rank as they would have had if their score had been unique. However, the next player in rank after all tied players will have a rank based on the number of players above them. Right, okay. Not the player immediately above them's rank. Right, for example, given the following scores, 10, 8, 8, 7, the player ranks in this case would be 1, 2, 2, 4, right? Because these guys are tied and Doris is 4th, right? There's, okay. Write tests to ensure your leaderboard service works correctly given duplicate score values. All right. Extra credits sometimes. Lower scores are better, such as in golf. Configure your service so that it will work correctly when given a set of scores. That should be ranked based on lowest to highest score. Test that your service works. Design review. How do you represent players, scores, player score combinations in your design? How do you represent the result of the rank calculation? How easily would you design work in different user interfaces? Console, web, mobile. How difficult was it to configure your algorithm to support the lowest to highest score? Okay, I think I get the gist of it. Let me see if I can get something going here. And I'm going to try to do this in C#, which I know well enough, but I'm more comfortable in JavaScript or TypeScript usually, so this will be interesting. Okay, so .NET new. I'm gonna use the XUnit template. I think that's the name for it. And let's just create a directory called Leaderboard Cutter. Start with that. Okay. This should have worked. Yes. Okay. So far, so good. All right, let me just make sure that I've got the right extensions for C# here. I'm going to need C#. Enable in a workspace. I'm going to need, let's see, this is a useful one. .NET Core Test Explorer. Yep. And what else? Azure stuff. C# I've got. Debugger. GitHub. I think there was one for, there we go, NuGet. This is probably going to be handy. And I think we're good. Oh, maybe just this here. This is, yeah, I like that. Or this one here. There we go. Okay. I think we're good. Probably just gonna do a window reload. And VS Code's probably gonna tell me that I need to maybe restore some stuff or do some configuration. Yeah, there we go. Yes, please. All right, so it automatically, although I don't think we need to do that since I've got the, it's a test project and we are just gonna use, let's rename this to leaderboard tests. And we'll rename this as well. Leaderboard. Is that one name or two names? I think it's one name. Like that. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. So our first test, let me just get that back here. First test is probably just got the normal, a service with a method that accepts a list of players with their respective scores and produces the data needed for a leaderboard, including all three of the above elements, rank, name, score. But we're being passed a list of name and score, right? For this step, assume no two players have the same score. So there's no duplicates in score, no score duplicates. Okay. Okay. Let's get back here. Let's call this high score. High score. No duplicates. Oops. No duplicates. Right. Oh, and you know what? Let's bring in fluent assertions. Let's just get this one. Okay, restore. Thank you. Okay. Do I need anything else? Probably not. Okay. So let's start with our inputs, I guess. Our inputs are, what are we getting? It's a list. Okay, so our input is a list of what? Of objects that are a name and a score. Presumably the output or the outcome of some sort of game or competition. So let's call this results, right? Results. Yeah, why not? Results. So let's create that. I guess public class. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do all of that straight in the same file for now anyways. And this will have a name, right? And we're also going to need a score, which I guess I'll just make an int for now. We don't have any direction as for the score being either a float or an int or whatever. So let's make it an int. And okay, so let's make some fake data. C#, let's do it like that. Type or namespace. Oh yes, list is system.collections.generic. Yes. And let's bring in our fluent assertions while we're at it. Fluent assertions. Okay. So we need a name. And actually, that's not right. We're making results here. So new result. And here we need a name. So let's see. Where should we draw inspiration for our names? We've got a lot of choices here. Star Wars universe. Yeah, let's go with that. Vader. Vader. It's got a score of 12. Just like that. And let's make it a 5-player game. This should give us enough to have interesting scenarios where there's some that are duplicates and things like that. So we've got Vader, we've got Luke, which of course got a higher score. And then we've got Palpatine, which bites. And we've got Chewie. Don't even know how to spell that. Chewie. 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 Chewbacca. Baka. I don't know. Let's go with Chewie. And yeah, he's pretty good. Let's give him 9. And let's see. R2. 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 D2. He's lame. Nah, he's pretty cool. C3PO is lame. C3PO. Is it a 0 or an O? I don't know. You get a 2. All right, so no duplicates and also not in order, right? So that's good. Now, I guess this is There we go. So we've got our inputs. Now we need to create a service, I think it said. Let me pull up the instructions again. Create a service with a method that accepts a list of players, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yes. Don't need that. Thank you. So var service equals new. Let's keep it simple. Leaderboard service like that. And then var, let's actually do our expected here first, maybe. Yeah, bring that lower. Oops, did I just somehow cross the, okay. Var expected, our expected. What are we expecting? We're expecting a, what are we expecting? What are we supposed to return from that thing? Test 3. Produces the data needed for a leaderboard, including all three of the above. Okay, so the data, there's no yeah, okay, so we're a lot of leeway as to how we do this, as long as we get a rank, name, and score. So let's create a new list of name, names. What was the difference? Name, score, and rank. Okay, and the purpose of which is to populate a leaderboard. So let's call it a list of leaderboard entry. Yeah, leaderboard entry. So let's define that. Public class leaderboard entry. Leaderboard entry. We need a name, a score, and a rank. I guess I could reuse our results class if I'm feeling lazy, which I think I am. So let's do that. Result. Yeah. Let's see if I regret this later. And then a rank. Should I do that? I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. Okay, and why didn't I just use that? There we go. Int, yes. Rank, thank you. Okay. So we're good for that. Now we could quite, okay, so we're creating leaderboard entry. Our leaderboard entry is going to have a result, which, okay, so let's do this in order. Higher score, better. So this one here. I'm doing this by hand because I don't expect to generate that much fake data. Might regret this later on. We'll see. And the rank is going to be 1, right? It doesn't start at 0. I think that was actually specified somewhere. Here, which should have a rank of 1. This is not zero-based leaderboard, right? Which they usually aren't. Okay. So that's good. Now, okay, let me just do this. and one more. So the next one will be Vader. Vader is here. And then we've got Chewie here, followed by Palpatine. And lastly, C-3PO. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Semicolon. All right, that's our expected. Now, our leaderboard service. So let's add that here. Public class leaderboard service. Okay, good. Just wanted to get rid of our, oops. Wanted to get rid of the squiggly line, that's all for now. Now we're going to var actual equals service dot generate leaderboard entries. Yeah, takes in our input. Our input is a list of results. So list of results, and we're going to call this results. Right, so we take in the results from the game, the competition, and we spit out a list of leaderboard entries. Yeah, I think that's not a bad API. Did I somehow? Oh yeah, what am I doing? This is the call here, not the. Okay, so just input, but I do need to implement it here. So this is going to be a public. Actually, let's be. I think I can do this, right? There you go. Let's just make this public. And we're going to make this a, let's make it an enumerable of, what did I call it? Leaderboard entry, leaderboard entry. Okay, unless, did he specify that we need a list? Or some other form of data structure? I think it was pretty open. There's been produces the data, right? The data needed for the leaderboard, including all three of the above elements. So I'm good. I'm just going to keep it a enumerable. Okay, so we're going to be doing that, and then once we've got our actual, we can do our actual should, thanks to our fluent assertion. Should be equivalent to asserts that a collection of objects is equivalent to another collection. Yeah, let's do that. So our actual should be equivalent to our expected. Okay. Now let's run our test. Should fail miserably. Actually, it should throw, right? We've got a not implemented. And it doesn't. I don't know. It built succeeded. Discovering test execution. So failed error message. I don't know. That's interesting. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's weird. It's failing, but not the reason I think it should be failing. Oh, yeah, it doesn't even. Uh, I don't know, actually. I really don't know. But in any case, yeah, it's failing, and I was expecting it to fail. So let's just implement the function now, the method. Okay, so we're getting our list. We want to get a, basically we want to sort it. We want to sort it, and we also want to map it to another list that has leaderboard entries instead of just the result. So I think we can probably just do this in one line. Input dot, what is that thing called in C sharp? It's not sort, it's order. Order. No? Or order by. Oh, I'm missing the, yeah, okay. Using system.link. Thank you. Let's see if I was right. Order by, yes. Order by descending, because it's a high score. Order by descending. It takes in the result. Right. So, oh, and actually here, I want to call those results instead of inputs. Results, yep. Okay, result, and we're sorting by the result, the score. All right, so now it's sorted, but I also need to map it. Oh, what is map? I hate, C Sharp's got a weird name for it, and I always forget it. Where union, then by, take wild, sum, skip, single. Projects each element of a sequence into a new form by incorporating. Yeah, that's the one. By incorporating the elements index. Yes, perfect. That's exactly what I need. So it's a lambda. We've got our result here. And our index here, I think. And then I can just do, what's that? What letters? Thanks for the follow, man. Or woman, or person. Result index. Yeah, I need a leaderboard entry. That's right. And our leaderboard entry has a result, which I can conveniently. So I guess that was a good idea. Do this, and now the rank. The rank is simply going to be the index, right? Because there's no duplicates. Haha, as easy as that. Now, why are you complaining? It does not access instance data and can be marked as static. I guess that's true. But I have a feeling, having read ahead a little bit, that I might want to, where did I see this? Extra credits. Sometimes lower scores are better, such as in golf. Configure your service, right? So that it will work correctly when given a set of scores that should be ranked based on lowest to highest score. So configure, yeah, I have a feeling I might want to deal with instances instead of just static, so I'm going to keep it that way for now. Not a big deal, just instantiating it and using it after. Okay, are we ready to try it? Run test. And failed. Why? Oh, it's the same thing. Object reference not set to an instant. What? What? Do I have a line number or something? Line 23. Okay, line 23. Expected equals new list. Say what? Leaderboard series, service generating input, actual. Me so confused. It's a null reference exception, yes. New list. I'm using, I've got this here. This one's not complaining. I'm using exactly the same syntax. Am I not? I'm not. Haha. Okay. Found it. Interesting that it doesn't complain. What does it think this is supposed to be then? I don't know, but this is what I meant to do. And I think that that's probably what it was complaining about. It's kind of weird though. You would think that the compiler would have picked up on that and I would get some sort of, I don't know. Interesting. Ah, there we go. Passed. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. But that was the easy part, I believe. So now, test that the basic behavior is correct when they're on a duplicate. Okay, so that's done. When duplicate scores exist, which is not uncommon, a tie occurs. When players are tied, blah, blah, blah. So this is example. When player immediately above them's rank. Yeah, okay. Write tests, right? That's what it says. Write tests to ensure your leaderboard service works correctly given duplicate scores. That's what we're going to do. So good old Control C, Control V. High score with duplicates. We're going to keep the same guys, but this time let's make Vader and Chewie have the same score. Okay. And this should give us this score here. 1, 2, 2, 4, 5. Right? Yes. 15, 9, 9, 5, 2. Okay. And all right, let's run our test. And this should fail. If it doesn't, I would be surprised. Yeah, okay, failed. Good. All right, so how do we modify this? So this is, you see, this is nice because it's kind of functional, which I like. But the thing here, okay, so this is fine. We need this. This can stay like that. But how do we? So I can't do this anymore. I can't just use the index because that's not true anymore. Is there a way to do this that would still be kind of functional and elegant without being fully imperative? Reduce would probably be an option in JavaScript, but even then, okay, I'll write it imperative, and we'll see after that if I can refactor it to make it a little bit more elegant. All right, so we need our, yeah, we definitely do still need this to be sorted before. So let's call this sorted results, I guess. Sorted results. And then, so I need to go down the list of sorted results and basically just use the index plus 1 as, oh, so I guess that was, wait a minute, how was that right? How was that right? Hold on. I think I had a bug in here. Right. The index would have been 0 here. How was that? Let me run this again. Did I not see it properly and it failed and I thought it was passing? Oh yeah, it fails. Oh no, I'm not running. Am I running the right? Wait. Yeah, it fails. Right, okay. Why did I think it was passing? That's weird. But easy fix, right? Just looking at it, I realized what the problem was. So run test. I'm doing this just for, because I'm all going to change it. Okay, so now, how? I don't know how, but anyways. Okay, so yeah. So anyways, I'm getting rid of that. Uh, no. Guess I can't do that. Okay. Do that again. Var sorted results. Okay, so where was I? Right. So as long as I don't hit duplicates, I can just use the index plus 1. When I do get a duplicate, okay, so the first one I won't know, right? So I just use the index plus 1. We're still good there. The next one, see, this is it. So the next one, so I need to look at the previous entry, the previous result, sorted result, to see what their score was. And then if I'm the same score, I am also the same rank. So I need to keep track of the previous entry's rank as well. So I need to keep track of the previous result, the previous score, and the previous rank. And I need the index as well. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Okay. So I would do, oh, and I need to store that stuff somewhere. So let's do var and call those entries. And this is a new list of leaderboard entries. So that's what we're going to be returning. Yes. Okay, so now we need, okay. We need, so if I just use, should I use just a regular for, no, I'm going to use a for each. For each var result in sorted results. Right. Okay. And okay, so this is where I need a few things here. I need, I guess, the index. Well, not quite. Because it's index plus 1. So let's call it count, maybe. Yeah, whatever. And what does this say? There's a sign. It's never spent. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Is it making it an int? Yeah, okay. What else did I say I needed? I need the score, the previous score. Previous score. And we're going to initialize that to you know what? I think I'm going to make it a nullable. Just because I don't like the idea to initialize it at any particular score, because it needs to be flexible for any kind of game. So, you know, and I know that having read a little bit ahead, we're going to be sorting it the other way around. So presumably somebody would be playing golf and have a really, really good game and get 0. So I don't want to initialize it at 0 is what I'm saying, or even a negative score, because some games could potentially have negative scores. So okay, null. And then I need, so you know, let's just, might as well. Previous rank. And that I can initialize at 0. Yeah. Okay. So going in, very first entry in the list, we're going to increment our count, right? That's the first one that we see. Good. Count is now 1 because we're dealing with the first one and we want to kind of use the count as the rank. So, okay. So, yeah. Okay, and then what? Okay, so let's just pretend everything's cool. We don't have any duplicates. So what would we do? We would make a new, what are we doing? We're doing leaderboard. Yeah, we're making leaderboard entries. That's what we're doing. So new leaderboard entry. What do we need to put in there? We need to put the result. That doesn't change. Nope. Where am I getting this result? Simple as that. And this is the interesting one here, the rank. Now, if everything goes well, or if there's no duplicate, the rank is just basically the count, right? So for instance, now if we're thinking of our first entry, the count is now 1. We're starting, and it's the first result. So the rank is equal to the count. So that's cool. So we could just do that. Let's just do var entry like that, and then we can just do entries dot add and add our entry. like that, right? And then going out, we need to update. We don't need to update the count because we do that going in. But going out, we're going, okay, so we need to do previous score equals result dot score because we're going to be using that for the next result. And previous rank is equal count. No, it's not always going to be equal to count. Okay, so I need to take that out here and var rank is equal to, well, to the count in this case, right? In the first one, but okay, so previous rank is equal to rank. Okay. So this would work for the very first result in our sorted result list. But now we get to the second one. The second one is going to be Vader, let's say. Vader gets in. Our count is now 2. So rank is 2. So entries, yeah, so it works for Vader as well. Loop around. We're now at Chewie, which also has a score of 9. Now that's okay. So now that's where it gets interesting. Our count is now 3. Our count is now 3. So this is wrong. We can't do that because we want the rank to be 2. So I need to check that. Okay, I need to check that our score is not equal to our previous score. All right, so if I do, you know what? Let's. Yeah, it's small enough that I can probably just do a ternary here without it being complicated. So okay, let's do this. Okay, so score result dot score does not equal previous score because that's going to be like our simple case where we just make it equal to count, right? But if it is, this is where we need to, so it can't be the, oh, right, that's why we have previous rank. That's why we have previous, so, okay, so if it is equal to the previous score, then it's also, then our rank is also equal to the previous rank. Yes. Okay, that's why I had that in there in the first place. Right, so we're good there. So now in the case of Chewie, our count is now 3, but our rank will still be 2. We make our entry with our rank 2, add it to the list, set the previous score to our score, which is 9, and our previous rank to rank, which is 2. Right. Okay, so our count is 3, our previous rank is 2, our previous score is 9. Loop around, and we get to Palpatine, right? With a score of 5. And now the count is 4. Count is 4. Rank result score is not equal to the previous score. So in that case, we can use the count, 4, as the rank, which is exactly what we're, okay, so I think that works. Yeah. I think that works. Let's see. Yeah, we need to return that stuff. Return our entries. And did we miss anything? I don't think so. I'm sorting the list. I've got my entries list. All right. Let's see. Run test. And it passed. It passed, but last time I thought it passed too, and yeah, it really looks like it did pass. And let's, oh, you know what? We need to run the previous one too, because we changed the, but I'm pretty confident that we didn't break that. So both pass. And you know what? Let's write it in here for fun. And yeah, okay. Cool. All right. Let's get back to our instructions. I think we're pretty much done except for extra. Did I miss anything? Write test to ensure your leaderboard service works correctly given duplicate. Yeah, that's what we just did. Extra credits. Sometimes lower scores are better, such as in golf, right? Configure your service so that it will work correctly when given a set of scores that should be ranked based on lowest to highest score. Test that your service works correctly in this configuration. Yes, okay, so new test. Copy paste. Low score. Low score with duplicates. And okay, in this case, do I want to change the inputs? Might as well. So Vader. Okay, who's good at golf? Palpatine's really good at golf, I have a feeling. So he's shooting a 67. And then Luke. Luke comes in second with a, let's say he plays par at 72. Vader's not far behind, but he had a bad day, so 76. Got a few bogeys in there. And then Chewie just like, yeah, he's he's an amateur, but a good one, 88. That's not okay. Let's 84. That's pretty good. And C3PO, of course, he's just like always in hitting every possible hazard, and it's taking like forever looking for his balls, and he's just a horrible person to play with. 120. All right. Oh, and let's add some duplicates in there too, right? So we can test the. So the other time we had the duplicates happen at rank 2. Let's make it happen at rank just before the last one, basically. So sorry, Vader, you're not quite as good. You had a bad day. Okay, so now Luke is first with his 72. No, Palpatine is first. Palpatine is first with his 67. And he's rank 1. Then Luke is second with 72, and his rank is 2. After that, we got Vader with a score of 84 and a rank of 3. And Chewie with a rank of 3. And finally, C3PO, 120 with a rank of 5. Okay, run the test. This should fail miserably. And it does, right? Why? Because everything is wrong. Our first item should be rank 1. It's rank 5. 4. Everything's mixed up. Okay. Right. So how do we we need to change to make this happen here? I have a feeling it's really just the ordering. The rest of our algorithm is, does it need to change? Hold on. So if we flip the score around, yeah, no, the rest is just the same. Okay, so it's just now it's just a matter of configuring our leaderboard service and okay, so I could make, all right, so let's change our, let's do it at the how do I want to do that? Okay, so right, obviously a simple way to do this would be to just like use a, you know, a flag like true straight in the function call, but I'm not a fan of that. And he does say like configure the service, so it kind of implies that, you know, it's something you should be saying at creation, right? Although you could have some sort of configure function. Yeah, presumably your leaderboard service could still be a singleton, and instead you're calling like a config and I don't know. Or how about this? Okay. How about this? I kind of like that idea. We could make, oh yeah, okay, hold on. Well, the thing is, if I pass in something through the constructor, what do I pass in? Like a configuration object. And what does it have? A boolean, right? It's just like, is it for high to low or is it for low to high? True, false. It's like kind of silly. And then, okay, so if I say, well, it doesn't make sense to pass in a configuration object, then what's our next option? Just pass in a flag straight to the constructor. That's not much better than passing in a flag to straight to your function. It seems kind of silly. So here's an option that will, I think, do the trick and also won't necessitate that we change the other tests if this works. So we could just call a static function that returns a leaderboard service properly configured for us. What could we call this? So leaderboard service, like get instant for yeah, well, for low score, maybe. Let's see. Let's see what that would look like. So we'd make a public static for low score. Oops. Public static that returns a leaderboard service. For low score. Don't need to pass in anything here because the function name says it all. So that's what, now we're returning a new leaderboard service. Okay, but it needs to be configured. Right, not quite sure here how we're going to do this. Let's just put a pause on this for now and turn to the question of how do we get our function here to, right, so I said that the only thing that changes is this here. which we need to do order by instead of order by descending. That's my feeling anyways. And I'm pretty sure the rest of our algorithm doesn't need to change. So, okay. And I don't want to pass a Boolean flag here. That's the whole point that I thought of doing this. So obviously this thing here needs to set some sort of flag. Yeah, so anyway you slice it, right? Yet yeah, you need a flag somewhere. Okay, so let's call this is low score. Yeah, okay, I don't like it, but just for now or forever. I don't want to make this public, so let's just make private is low score. The only place we're going to be changing this is here. So by default, it's false, which is cool. When we want it, so if we just use the normal constructor for our leaderboard service, the default behavior is that it's for high scores. If we want to get low score, then we can use the static function to get an instance of the service that is already configured for low score. Okay, and we simply do that by changing the Boolean here. So is low score equals true. And object reference is required for the non-static field method of blah, blah, blah. Right. Yeah, it's true. This is a static. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I need to do that in here. So is low score equals true. Yes, okay. So, and we're returning that. So now we have a leaderboard service that is configured for low score. Now, how do we do that? How do we, okay, I think we're going to be using a private function. Yeah, I see. Okay, so we're going to be calling this private function here instead of, and this will take care of sorting it the way it should according to our configuration. So that way we don't need to change hardly anything in here anyways. Yeah, so I guess sort yeah, okay, private. Now we're going to return, what are we returning from this thing? Sorted results. What is this? I ordered enumerable result. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna use. I ordered reasonable result, and we're gonna call this sort results. Sure. Which takes in a list of results, and okay, and we can return results dot, okay, no, that's right. We have to check our, so, okay, is low score. If it is low score, then we need to return a result dot order by, order by, and this takes in result dot score. Okay. Otherwise, if it's not low score, we results dot order by descending. Yes, result dot score. Okay. Yep. I could extract. It's the same thing in both cases. It's kind of short though. What would this look like if I did maybe just like a static local function for this? How does this work again? In C# static. What would I call this? Lambda. I guess it's not a lambda, it's a static function, but takes in result, returns result no, stop trying to help me the wrong way. Oh, right, no. Oh, hold on. Is that how do you do local functions? Okay, let me do lambda instead. Func of result returns int. We're going to call this lambda for now. And okay, so this is result dot score. Am I doing this wrong? I didn't think I was. Oh, right. Using system. Name result does not result. Okay. Right. Okay. So this works. Then I could pass this in here instead. But honestly, looking at it now, I don't know that it's worth it. Right? It wasn't that. It's an option. Ah, okay. Here you go. Use local function. What's the difference here? Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I was just missing the type for the parameter. But yeah, you know what? Looking at this, it's kind of silly. It really isn't that bad to just have it inlined. So short. So let's just forget about that idea. Interesting little exploration. But yeah, we're just going to stick with that. Okay, so what's wrong here? Private member is unused. Right, okay. So let's use it. What do I call this thing again? Sort results. Sort results. Pass in the results. And now they're sorted. And then we do the thing we do. And it should work. Hopefully. Let's see. Low score with duplicates. Yes. Run test. Passed. Yes. Okay, let's run all of them to make sure I didn't break the previous ones. Nice. Okay. This went pretty well. What else? What else? That's the extra credit. Design review. How do you represent players' scores and players' score combinations in your design? I use a result and a leaderboard entry. It works. I wasn't sure about reusing the result class here inside of the leaderboard entry, but I mean, why not? Anyways, in the context of this experiment, it seems to be working just fine. How do you represent the result of the rank calculation? The result of the rank calculation. Oh, well, that would be my leaderboard entry. Yeah. That's how I don't. Okay. How easily would your design work in different user interfaces? Console, web, mobile, etc. Good question. Well, I mean, I'm returning an IEnumerable of leaderboard entry, which is pretty straightforward. It would be quite easy, I think, to use in any number of different apps. How difficult was it to configure your algorithm to support lowest to highest scoring? How much duplicate code, if any, is there in your final solution? Well, that's a good question. It wasn't particularly difficult because I kind of, I don't, kind of cheated. Well, I don't know if I cheated. I think it's a pretty good solution. That static function that I did for low score, right? Now, how many duplicate code? How much duplicate code do I have? I really don't have that much, if any. Well, I do in my tests, kind of, because I just decided to kind of handwrite them and copy paste because I knew I wouldn't have that much data. I guess, see, yeah. So here's one thing that might be better is if, instead of like having duplicated results here, I would save that to a variable and use the variable in both places. But that doesn't. So if ever I wanted to change it, I could just change it in one place. But really, how hard is it to say, oh, I want the score here to be 13 and then change it by hand? It's not that bad. Certainly not for this small kata. Yeah, no, other than that, I mean, we played around a little bit with eliminating this duplication here, but that really wasn't worth it. Other than that, like we kept the same, like the core of our algorithm here, all of this here, that didn't change. Oh yeah, I was wondering if I could refactor this in some kind of more functional kind of way instead of using, I really don't know of a nice way to do this. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And the function is not too long. I could probably extract, like the inside of the for loop into its own function. But yeah, let's keep it that way. So that's that, I guess. I think that was fun. It's pretty short as far as katas go. So it's a small one, which is a good thing. Sometimes it's nice to have like a, and it did make me think, right? Like it wasn't, I wouldn't say it wasn't hard, but it did require some thought. Yeah. So yeah, cool stuff. All right, that's it for me. Thanks, guys. See you around.